So you're losing all your YouTube views. You've gone from getting 3,000 a day to 300. What are we gonna do about it? Nobody loves you anymore. Nobody loves me. But at least my dog Alfie loves me. Alright, watch this video and we're gonna discuss this whole phenomenon. Now, I've got quite a few friends in the world of YouTube, and I know for a fact that some of them will be, well, I don't care, you know. So one question is, well, why should it concern us? Does it even matter? And I guess it depends what you're doing YouTube for. But even looking outside of the world of YouTube, if you were in any kind of social situation, say you're at a party or something, and you're talking to a group of people, and one by one those group of people start wandering away and going to talk to others, you have to ask yourself at some point, like, am I doing something wrong? So we can look upon our views almost as a metric, as a measurement of the interest that people might have in what we're doing. Come on up here, will you? Right guys, we're just going to have to put up with Alfie coming and joining me again. Now we need to accept there's going to be certain elements that are completely outside of our control. Every so often YouTube will change the algorithms on how it will promote certain videos. At the moment, one of those main algorithms seems to be on watch time, and the more that somebody is getting watched, the more YouTube will promote them. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. It's the way of what it is. It is what it is. There are also things like seasonal effects. Here in the UK we've been having a very nice summer so far, for the most part. Certainly a lot of nice days where people who actually have lives tend to go out and do other stuff. So there's going to be sort of a natural reduction there. If, like me, your channel concentrates on games, summer is also a pretty quiet time for games. There doesn't tend to be huge new releases coming out. And you know, perhaps we're just not covering stuff of interest. At some point though, we're going to have to do something that for a lot of us might make us feel a little bit uncomfortable. And what we need to do is put aside the butthurt and think, right, am I doing something wrong? We have to accept the responsibility ourselves. Now this is the process that I'm going through, and the idea of me sharing this with you is to gain some feedback perhaps from my regular viewers. Although I would say that if you're a regular viewer and you're watching this, I don't need to be concerned that I'm losing you. And the ones that I have lost along the way, well, they're probably not going to watch this. But if you're not a regular viewer, you know, you might have clicked on this video because it's something that is of concern to you as well. And you know, let's share some ideas here. Let's see if we can kind of, you know, analyze the situation and get something going. So one thing that I need to do myself is have a look at the sort of the rise and fall of my channel. And that sort of probably about 8 months ago, sort of, you know, coming up to Christmas last year, my channel hit a serious spurt of growth. During that period, I had a couple of, you know, for a channel of my size, reasonably successful series. One was on producing some guides on where to find maps in Assassin's Creed, and I also had some limited success with a couple of Grand Theft Auto videos. I guess that me personally, what I was doing is I was looking at what was going right, but I wasn't really looking at what was going wrong. Now some of those videos that I did for Assassin's Creed, like I say, they turned out to be very popular in the number of views, but they did attract quite a large amount of dislikes and some negative comments as well. It's kind of only human. You want to just shut aside that and say, well, you know, they're just being trolls. Yeah, we know trolls exist. But I also have to sort of analyse myself and think, look, those videos could have been better. You know, I could have done a lot better. And when I look at the watch time on those videos, it's really quite low. However, they did also gain me a lot of subscribers. So I can't 100% figure it out, but I think that perhaps in the long run, those videos did my channel kind of as much harm as they did do it good. It was also slightly veering away from what my channel is all about, which I haven't even clearly defined yet. Although I have an idea in my mind, I know that I haven't clearly defined what my channel is all about. Shush! So that's something that I need to work on myself and follow the advice of sort of YouTube leaders, you know, industry experts, and clearly define what my channel is all about. And I perhaps suggest, if you're watching this video wondering if you're losing views, that that would be a good exercise for yourself. I might make a separate video on that. I'll see how this one goes. Also, when I look back at some of the videos that I've done, this is an exercise that you need to take on with a strong heart and be critical, because I look at some of my videos and I think, you know what, that was actually not that interesting. There's some kind of phrase in the world of YouTube which is like, always be awesome. Some of my videos were not awesome. So that's something that I need to perhaps think about, is raising the bar on the videos that I put up. Again, you know, taking that responsibility. If I'm uploading stuff that I'm not 100% happy with, maybe I should consider not uploading those sort of videos, or taking a day off and doing it the next day. One thing that I've sort of questioned myself on, again this is quite tough, but this is me being just completely open and honest with my viewers here. Probably like most people, I don't have a great deal of confidence in how I look. I know that I'm no Brad Pitt. Generally speaking, people do like to watch people that are attractive. It's, you know, it's just part of life. And so that's something that I need to consider is, does me being on camera alongside some of my videos help me or hinder me? You know, I'm sure there are people out there who might like to listen to my opinions or what I've got to say about something, but they don't want to see my face while I do it. And I can't afford plastic surgery or a hair transplant or any of those kind of things. But what I can do perhaps is consider less face time. If you're putting yourself out there on YouTube, you have to ask yourself the hard questions. We won't progress by just thinking, well, it's their fault, it's YouTube's fault, or it's the subscribers' fault, or it's the people, they're not watching me. It's their fault because they don't have enough taste or discernment. We have to look at ourselves. While I'm on this subject, I don't know, maybe the camera thing does help. You know, one of the great things to me about YouTube is the opportunity we have to reach out to new people and make friends of people that otherwise we would have had no contact with at all, and you know, engage with each other and you know, enjoy each other's company. And that is certainly something that I do hope to achieve with my channel. And so, you know, maybe it does help. Maybe people will like me, warts and all, and maybe people will like you, warts and all. I mean, let's face it, if you were going to make friends with somebody, if you met a person who you found to be interesting or funny or engaging, would it actually stop you being friends with them if you considered that they were a bit ugly or a bit fat or something? Probably not. So, you know, maybe that has nothing to do with it. And there certainly are successful YouTubers out there who aren't exactly pretty and they still manage to put themselves out on camera. So perhaps we have to sort of deal with some confidence issues and stuff. We do have to consider like our frame of mind when we're making a video. If you're not feeling that great, you know, if it's not that long since breakfast and you're still a bit drunk, you know, like put it out a little bit later in the day. If you're having a bad day for some reason, as some of my regular viewers will know, I have clinical depression and I have it quite bad, and I do have some bad days, and really I should not try and do something on those days. It's kind of hard because it does help me out to have a more sort of positive day if I can produce something, but I have to sort of balance that out with some days I'm just going to, the only thing I'm going to be producing is rubbish, and that's a bad choice. My viewers don't want to watch my rubbish, and you know, I do have more respect for my viewers than to just pump stuff out for the sake of it. So again, we have to weigh up the quality of what we're producing, and if we're not in the right frame of mind to produce something of good quality, don't do it that day. However, I'm going to present a flip side here. There is an argument that suggests that putting daily content out there is actually very beneficial. Not long after I was actually getting, like I say, reasonably successful for me, I was having quite a lot of channel growth, I almost had panic attacks about it. It was like I was scared of becoming successful, and instead of continuing to push out daily content, I greatly reduced, to the point where people were saying, Muppet, what's happening? Where you gone? You know, you're dead, you're still alive. Where's all your videos gone? And it was really weird. I was doing so much better, but losing the confidence to actually keep on doing it. It was like I was scared of being successful, or scared of being liked or something. It was like, you know, maybe I've got something in my psyche that says I don't deserve success, and as I was getting close to it, I kind of panicked and ran away from it. But there is a viewpoint that says if you start doing daily videos, that your views overall will rise, that you're more visible out there. So consider both of those sides. One of them will be the right choice for you. I'm not saying that one is the right choice and one is the wrong choice. They're both viable. So try different things that work for you. Since I have started putting out a lot more regular content, my views have gone up. So just to give some indication, about this time last year, I was getting about 300 views a day. And within a few months, that went up to 3,000 views a day. And then it went up to about 10,000 views a day. And then started to climb back down. That's when I stopped producing daily videos. It did climb down a lot. And since I've started doing them again, I've gone from about 3,000 views a day up to about 5,000 views a day. Not a huge difference, but pushing daily videos out there does seem to somehow, whether there's a correlation here, you know, they say correlation does not equal causation. So I might be completely wrong on this, but it just seems that the more videos I put out, the more my views have risen. I could be completely wrong on that being a reason, but balance it up. Don't just put daily videos out for the sake of doing daily videos or weekly videos or whatever. You know, try and balance it out with getting some good content. Now, because I've been thinking about all of this, it's been good for me to actually reflect on everything that I'm trying to achieve with my channel. What I'm trying to achieve isn't to get a mass load of views. That's not the goal. My goal is to promote the positivity in gaming, to promote you know, and talk about and engage with other people who feel the same, that games aren't just there for the elite, for the people who are always the top of the scoreboard. And it doesn't matter if you're bad at games, give it a go. My regular viewers will know sometimes I pick up a guitar and I put a song out, and it's not because I'm brilliant, because I'm not. It's because I feel that everyone should give it a go. So part of it is to just give that, you know, some confidence to people. But it is good every so often to take a look at what you're doing and think, are you actually meeting your goals? Are you actually putting out content that matches what your ideal is, what you're all about in the first place? So take some time up. If your views have been going down, it might be outside your control. It might be. But it might be things that you can do something about. Now, if it's your fault, then it's your fault. We all make mistakes. My life is just a series of mistakes, one after the other. But what we need to do is to be able to recognize our mistakes and improve upon them. So take a look at your channel and think about some of the stuff that I said. And as always, if you have any comments, please do put them down here. Whether it's about my channel and how my channel has changed or not delivered expectations or anything like that, or if this is the first time you've come across my channel and you've experienced something similar, or you have some questions or a viewpoint that you want to express, do put those sort of comments down. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a regular viewer, don't forget to comment and put a share and a like.